Hello guys, and welcome back to Strategic Command World War II, World at War with our Allied playthrough. In the last episode, we took on most of the turn of July 16th, 1943. Invasion's going as planned, progress being made, not too much to highlight. We do have most of the Soviets, I say most because we've already used some of them. We have most of the Soviets to deal with. Germany is pretty much pushed into a corner at this point. Surrounded in Romania and now pushed up to their final capital of Munich. They're running out of stuff. However, we still don't have enough to really kick them out. We're gonna have to get this armored train out of here because it's all kinds of fucked up. So that's gonna have to be done. We have a... Oh, we didn't capture this? Oh, that's so annoying. We have an army here that can get moving. We have a lot of planes that are here. The problem with these planes is we're in the single biggest collection of enemy fighters in the entire game are all just right here. So using this is not going to be the easiest. Let's reinforce these special forces, reinforce this shock heavy tank, finally reinforce these tanks, reinforce this mechanized. Let's see, we've already attacked with this guy. Let's move the Mongolians up. Go ahead and kill the fighter group on Frankfurt. And then we can go step on that, no problem. And then we can walk up towards this. I can't believe they were so fucking rude that they just annexed Alsace-Lorraine back into fucking Germany. How rude. How rude. We had an entire war plan of a world war based off this region. I can't believe you guys just had the gall to just annex that right back like it's nothing. Oh, God. We do have to replace this armored train on the front. That much is certain. I'll just go move it up here for right now. We can get an army up to take its place thanks to mobility. Could also theoretically start attacking it right now. Also, theoretically, we probably don't want this tactical bomber staying where it is. That's another thing. But we'll look at these things more momentarily. Let's go walk right up to the Saar mine. Remember when we were fighting over that many episodes ago? It's like the Germans' weakest point. And go attack their fighters over here. Try and do some damage. Because these fighters are going to be a pain in my ass. We'll move. What? What will we move? There's not a lot of good options. We'll have to go ahead and move the paratroopers forward to go attack the enemy Romanian fighters over here at Strasbourg. Sadly, they still get escorts even after getting attacked like this, but... I don't know what I was thinking moving these TAC bombers up right here. I wasn't really thinking about all the arty and stuff that we could move when I did this. Well... we might as well start with air, even if it's just gonna get fucked up. Oh, great, there's more. There's more fighters. Already completely uneven against us. But hey, we did some damage. We weren't even supposed to do any damage. And I'll just retreat you back as far as you get. Sounds good to me. Let's see. We'll take the HQ on Berlin and move that forward to Leipzig. And we have this guy that can move forward. However, we don't want to do that. We want to take this artillery. We want to move that over here is what we want to do. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We have the ability to arty this a little bit, so we will. Rocket artillery. The most that we can do. Now, securing this is going to be a toughie. And since that's going to be a toughie, getting any more artillery out here is going to be a toughie. However, this is out of shells. So we could decide to move this over to make room for arty that has 2 shells. At the very least, it's more defensive fire against the Panzer. We're at a point where we could start doing some damage with the melee forces we have up front, but we'll deal with that in a moment. Let's see here. This army doesn't have a lot it can do. We'll take this corps. Well, do we need to use that one? God, it's so hard to move anything up here. Alright, you move up there and secure that. That's what you'll do. Now, I hate that this is not taken. And a core, just a simple core, go take this. Yeah, you can. You go secure that for me. It'll make it easier to run through. We want to push on this side. This mechanized has a prepared strike, and it can do more damage than this one because it's on the correct side of the river. So let's go ahead, attack the enemy cavalry, knocking them back basically instantaneously. We can also do some pretty decent damage to the enemy at Bratislava, so fuck it, let's go ahead and do that. Making Slovakia surrender could only be a good thing for me, right? Let's go ahead and reinforce this mechanized unit. It's so hard to get anything up to the front over here. It's so goddamn difficult. Go ahead and attack with your prepared attack with the core. Took some damage, so it didn't quite work out exactly the way it said it would. Another prepared attack, 2 damage. Alright, that one worked out as promised. Another prepared attack, not quite going as well as promised. We're going to need to use a mechanized to really clear this out, so we'll use the one that doesn't have any mobility. 3 damage dealt, none received. And Bratislava's finished off. Voila. Okay, so someone that's already attacked, like you, who needs to replenish, can go step forward. We'll take this core and drive it forward. The enemy in Linz is strong enough that we don't necessarily want to mess with it. Oh, we can reinforce this army. We can reinforce this Stalingrad Corps. You can move forward without issue. You just simply cannot get far enough. I'll move you forward up to the enemy Italians at Graz. A lot of things generally getting in my way. I'll move this mechanized forward. This location's a good enough spot to have it get ready for any further movements. I'll move this mechanized forward as well for a similar reason. Now, I will send this corps forward and attack across the river against the enemy cavalry, dealing 3 damage, taking none. And it remains there. So we're going to have to actually get in there if we want to kick it out. For that, let me go ahead and reinforce this tactical bomber that's in the rear, as well as the red fighters that are in the rear that got injured. I'll also probably relocate this. We'll go ahead and move this HQ all the way up to the front. It'll be safe. Don't have to worry too much about that. It'll be safe. I want to move this forward. I will. I'll go ahead and move it so that it doesn't take part in the next bombing. Medium bombers are the next ones. I'll send them after Munich as well. We just want to focus down this tank because even though it's highly unlikely, just the sooner that we can actually... Oh, this one flew. Okay. The sooner that we can deal with Munich, the better. No matter how we're hurting it, readiness, morale, or what have you, our odds are rapidly increasing over here, is something to note. Let's go ahead and actually, well, unfortunately, the zones of control here stop me from doing a lot of the movement here that I would want to do. We're just going to have to keep moving standardly units forward in a very slow fashion. This corps can make it about this far, so that's fine. It'll shore up the line around the rocket artillery, which is a good thing, I suppose. We'll move this army forward. We can get this HQ headed down to Dresden. That sounds like a good plan to me. We'll take this fighter, and I think it's good where it is, actually. Let's see. You can have elite reinforcements. I've been skipping some elite reinforcements, but let me go ahead and hand some out. Plus upgrades. Upgrades, upgrades, upgrades. We're having, like, a flood of units arriving. And quite frankly, it's too many. So anything that can hold back some of these units, honestly, is not going to be that bad of a thing. Something to just keep them from moving forward, because I do have a lot of them moving forward anyway that could get these things. It's just that some of these are also just up in the front with nothing to necessarily replace them. Like this one, I kind of need to get this one off of this spot, but there's nowhere to put it, really. I guess I'll just have to go ahead and move this forward to finish off the enemy cavalry here. So that's dead. We could get some damage on Linz, but I don't want to do that as a blitz attack. So we can now take this and move it forward. We can take the anti-air, move it forward. That's a big part of what I wanted to do. Upgrade this light tank with advanced tanks and mobility. Get elite reinforcements on the Vladivostok Corps. Keep driving forward with whoever can drive forward. At the end of the day, this many troops are just not going to be needed, but there's not really going to be anywhere else for them to go, so march forward, my Russians. I almost said Germans. My Russians. March forward. You have elite reinforcements you can get, so I'll get that for you. We definitely don't need to be operating anybody moving forward, I know that. Just trucks will be more than sufficient. Can't do any of these upgrades for the usual reasons of why we have left them back there. We will take that initiative and we will go ahead and attack with the Rifle Corps against Munich, dealing 2 or 3 damage, taking about 2 damage. We'll go ahead and attack with the army next. I think this one's a blitz attack. 3 damage dealt, 1 received. Oh, it's so sad nobody can make it that far. However, they're running out of things to reinforce Munich with, especially at the cost of everything else. So at the very least, this is almost dead. This is almost dead. These two are probably going to be pretty synchronized, to be honest. If Italy doesn't surrender from national morale first, but I don't think it'll drop that far. You never know. But they should be pretty synchronized at the way things are going. We're going to upgrade these fighters. They don't really need to move forward. Long-range aircraft upgrades. I'm going to upgrade this one with some mobility for the time being. It needs reinforcements that it just cannot get. These units have moved. Everything else here has already moved. Mostly units moving rather than attacking. We could get good damage here. It's a little wasteful, however. Ah, fuck it. Let's go kill some Germans. 2 damage dealt to that corps. That dice roll did not work out for us at all. However, we can now do another attack. Dice roll still not working out on our side, but it's fine. We're the Russians. We don't have to worry about losses. If anyone can inch their way forward, please do so. There you go. There's another one that can move forward. There's another one that can move forward. Here's another one that can move a teensy bit forward. Not HQ's back here that could probably move forward, but no towns available. Look at this horde, man. This is when you know you've lost. A player would probably just surrender. A player probably would have surrendered a long time ago. Let's see about research. All right, we have some research we can do. We have 505 MPPs to spend, and we definitely have some research that we could do. Let's take, I'd say long-range aircraft. Naval weaponry, maybe. Yeah. Let's take long-range aircraft and get that. That leaves me with a 125 research I can do. However, there are no 125s. So the final 330 MPPs is up to me to deal with. We have no diplomatic chits, but we do have units to allocate, including a railgun, which isn't going to see the front at this rate, but when I thought of getting this, it would have been useful. Put this in Brest-Litovsk, and a new HQ. Put that over there. Now, 330 MPPs remaining. What can we do with this? Looking over at Japan and thinking about how we could further assist in the fall of Japan, getting some strat bombers could help. They would actually potentially have the range to strike out that far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. By default, yeah, they could reach out here. Maybe not a lot, but they could reach out here. Nothing else could reach out there. At least not without upgrades. And we don't have a lot of air upgrades yet. So strat bombers and then maybe some fighters could be good. However, the Japanese fighters, the Chinese, would also probably help. These take a turn delay of, 8. Wow, really? Is that for everybody? Yeah, wow, strat bombers take a long fucking time. What do you know? Probably won't even need these by the time they're made, but that goes for a lot of things we're doing. We'll take the 22nd Guards. Oh, I can't afford to get that with long-range aircraft. Strat bombers are way more expensive than I thought they were going to be. Holy crap. Well, in that case, you know what? Maybe I'll look at something like that later. For now, I think I'll just invest more into the destroyers I can purchase. We'll purchase another destroyer, the final destroyer we can purchase to go toss in the east. That leaves us with 164 MPPs. Nothing we really need again, except for maybe, I don't know, garrisons, but we don't even need that. We can get a maritime bomber just for the hell of it. Don't think it's really going to see any use, but we can get it. So let's go ahead and get it. We can get it with the upgrade too. At the very least, in case that cap ship shows up here, maybe it'll be in the right place at the right time. I don't know, but that is everything for this turn. Done and sorted. So, it's end turn time. Loss of Naples lowers Italian national morale. Allied occupation of Venice lowers Italian national morale. Yeah, that's not enough to make... Oh, what the fuck? 11th garrison surrenders. Italy... What the fuck? Oh my god. I guess it was like an event. Their garrisons can start surrendering when we get close. So Italy surrendered, and now France, I think, went to America. Or maybe no, America would have liberated it. Does that mean France is back? I don't know. USA, UK convoys disruption, that's not good. And then Slovakia surrendered. USA got so many MPPs from taking Italy. Rough seas on the amphib, sadly. They got like a whole nother turn's worth of money from taking Italy. Jesus Christ. Tech finishing. Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay, well, Italy's out of the war. 1 out of 3. I don't even know what to say about that. We're just blazing through tech, dude. Oh my god. 1,701 MPPs as America. Oh my god. Alright, Axis, what do you have for me? Because I'm sure you could retake a lot of Italian things that are just, like, not defended. I don't know what the status of France even is right now. Paris is held, but the rest of it has surrendered. Holy crap. I wonder how they're gonna treat this. Like, what are they gonna do? It's just some Germans alone in Paris now, surrounded on every side. They're reinforcing the Japanese over here on the front line. It's about what I expected. At least they're not attacking. Well, if they were attacking, it'd probably only help me, to be honest. Our troops up here are experienced, which is nice. They're not as strong or upgraded. Well, they're upgraded, but they're not as strong as they could be in terms of actual strength. Suffers attrition loss. Attrition losses. The German Air Force here got stuck in Italy. They failed to seize it. They didn't have enough troops. They failed to seize it. Because that's their whole turn. Oh my god, that's all they can do? That's all the Axis can do? Holy fuck. The Japs are the Axis at this point. Danish resistance report. Reports German naval movements in the Kattegat. Sends news to the SOE. Okay. Albanian garrison's done. Let's go plop that in the capital. Second Army of Canada's done. Let's go plop that next to Halifax. Let's plop the 3rd South African Corps down at Durban. 5th Marine Special Forces is done. A lot of things are finishing. We're recruiting so much. San Diego for you. Haipang HQ at Manchukuo. I guess I'll put it over here. Because the army, I don't know. The army I was raising was intended to be one that would actually go somewhere. Because we don't need it as a defensive fixture. So it's fine. Jesus! Alright, I gotta go examine this. So it all just fucking surrendered. And it's all marked as French. It would be liberated to them, theoretically, but they're not liberated yet because Paris is still something to worry about. They're surrounded on all sides, and their supply has actually... I think it went up 1, despite being surrounded on all sides. How can you only control this and still have the will to fight? I don't understand. But, Jesus, man! Well, with Italy out of the fight, that's fucking hilarious. We didn't even need to advance to Rome. Battle of Monte Cassino? Pfft. Securing northern Italy? Pfft. Germany's pushed down to Munich. I don't think they have anywhere else left to go. And then Japan is on their last leg as well. Oh, hot fucking damn. The invasion from the south is what really did them in. That was the final thing. They started surrendering due to their morale and probably events and other things and the lack of Germans over here. Wow. I'm just going to keep saying, wow. That's what that is. It's a wow. Nice, dude. I can't even believe it. That's amazing. I love how much the Manchukuo stands out on the map. It's quite interesting. They're given a similar image as the Soviets and Americans, but, like, it stands out because I guess I haven't seen it before. Well, then. This HQ did not fall back, meaning this HQ is going to get fucked up. Both of these armies can one-shot it. So, let's see. You have less supply, so let's go ahead and try to use you for that one-shot. Cool. Done. Lost your elite reinforcement, unfortunately. Now this fucker's in my way. Let's go ahead and heavy arty him. Dealing 1 damage, getting rid of his entrenchments. Let's go ahead and attack with the first army. Dealing 4 damage and forcing him to retreat to right here, where we can then follow up with the 41st army. 2 more Jap units dead. We cannot move into this mountain range, sadly. It's beyond me. Even with force marching, it's beyond me. The Dare to Die Special Forces can actually move past everything thanks to the trucks, so sure, let's send the Special Forces forward and have them attack the enemy engineers at Sendai. And we have a narrowing front again, down to 2 hexes. However, the north is falling apart. The Japs, at this rate, like, they're not reinforcing the north enough. They're probably scared to lose Tokyo, so they're keeping things near it, especially with this push going as well as it is. That's my thoughts. Let's arty the enemy special forces in the hills here. Let's see what we can do. We're going to want to, for sure, reinforce the 12th Army. It can only get up to that many. Oh my god. We'll reinforce the 23rd Army up to full, reinforce the 54th Army up to full. The 23rd still needs upgrades. A lot of our planes here are injured. A lot of them don't have supply anymore. Like these medium bombers here, they don't have enough supply. Ooh. We can still do some bombing anyway. Let's see if we can one-shot the 2nd Engineers first. Okay, cool. We one-shot the 2nd Engineers. We can't push forward, but that's another enemy unit that's just not in Japan to defend it. So, it's a pretty big deal. Now, let's see if we can stretch the capabilities here of our not as supplied Air Force. Let's go ahead and start with the TAC bombers. What, no fighters? You out? I guess they might be out. No, they have fighters. Wonder why they're not running intercept. Now, medium bombers, even if we lose something, that's fine. We just want to hurt them. We actually did 2 damage with that bombing? Wow. Alright. Let's reinforce the flying tigers here. Let's, I guess, just attack. You know. Oh, it's retreated. Okay. Well, here's another good opportunity for a naval landing, as we see. We show up here, we do our naval attack on the enemy maritime bombers, and then we drop ourselves down. Voila, we attack those very same maritime bombers, dealing 7 damage and forcing them to retreat. They probably can't repair. It's official. The Japanese lines cannot keep up with what we're doing. They are steadily and surely losing ground, which is fantastic. I just wish I could push forward a little bit more, but this is going better and better. We do have room to get another long-range amphib up. Let's go send the light cruiser over that away. Get the amphib up right here. Only 1 amphib, sadly. Only 1. But we'll get whatever ones that pop up for us to get, because now the way we're using them is coming very much in handy. I think the Southern Front definitely deserves another HQ at this point. Well, maybe. We did get the first upgrade for this. Also, we finished a tech, which could have been that one. Let's go ahead and just research this. Wait, what? Maximum. Oh, no, we only have 75. Never mind. Okay, so they can take care of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we have like 1 too many over here now. Getting another HQ would be good. The Zoo HQ over here is pretty experienced. We'll go send that over here. It's just going to have to land back at Nagasaki for the time being. We want to stay on the towns. We should be able to move up onto Kyoto momentarily. Just not this instant. I don't think they'll be able to respond in full force. If they do, then they're not going to be responding in full force up here. That much is certain. So that could just technically be good for us. Oh, how do we handle this? I guess we'll just move this 42nd Army forward here. Behind everything, we'll move the anti-air here. We do want to get this HQ moving forward at this rate. We're going to want to be able to keep supply up. Their terrain is fucking terrible for supply, man. It's god-awful. But this is going really, really well. China's just kicking ass. China's down to 218 MPPs. There's not anything that we really want to do with that. And even though there's things we can do, there's nothing we need to do. So we'll go ahead and just leave that be and gaze our eyes over here at the Pacific. Eniwetok, of course, is still under siege. We're going to want to keep that port as out of commission as we can get it. Same thing with the settlement proper, even though we can't take it just this moment. Nor can we necessarily kill the special forces on it by bombing it even repeatedly. Looks like we actually did do some damage that time. So it should be a little bit weaker, although until it's dead, we can't land anybody over here on it. This special forces can go into a long-range amphibious. Look at this. You have a port right fucking next to you, and you go out the ass end of the island. What the fuck? I don't understand. It's stupid. If operating and transporting, like, works in a way that I can decide where I go, why do these things just insist on going to the one spot that it's going to get them killed? Because if a submarine knew that this was here, bam, it's dead. Or just severely injured, and I lose all the MPPs for putting it in, plus the MPPs to recover it. And that's exactly why I can't move these fucking special forces right here. Because it's fucking broken bullshit. Another thing that's going to make me quit the game, mind you, but still, oh my god, that is frustrating. Why is that broken? Anyway, let's take the 4th Marine Division Special Forces. And let's go take truck. Took some landing casualties, which looks like it was just in the form of elite? No, because what landing casualties? What landing casualties did you take? I have no idea. Why don't we have this port? There you go. Now we have everything. Truck is all mine. That'll hurt the national morale of the Japs. That's good. Set all these subs into silent mode. And he's good. He'll have to plop on out into a transport as well at some point here. Oh, I don't even know if I want to send anything down here. I don't know what bombers they have over here in Guadalcanal. If it's maritime, then anything I send to like assist over here is just going to get shot up. I could only really assist over here. And at the next turn, if I hit to disembark, it's not going to go in any of these ports. It's going to go right out here. So I should just prepare for that, because it's retarded. It's not going to get any smarter. And you just need to adjust for the IQ of the game mechanics. We'll get all these things over there, like, just ready to escort it, because, you know, when you have 2 ports next to you, why would you take them? No, you just hop into the fucking ocean off of a beach! Angry. Let's go ahead and upgrade the Texas battleship. There's very little reason to keep bombarding this except to gain experience on our ships, but I mean, that's a good enough reason if you ask me. Let's go ahead and continue the bombardments. Send the ones that have already fired away. Bombard. 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 Alright, nice. Let's get the destroyers. Send this one over here as well. Just get all these escorts basically forming a perimeter. You're gonna plop out here now, and you're gonna be safe, and you're gonna do what I fucking tell you to do. Jesus Christ. Alright. We have 2 transports way back hither. I can start heading southwest towards our targets. They have strikes. They have healthy units ready to go. Upgraded too. They're good to go. We'll set these carriers to fighter mode and then go back to port to not only get them some upgrades, but get their reinforcements in. Huh. Do we really need to keep this stuff over here? Yeah, alright. Let's keep a screen back here. The AI may be, like, basically dead, but they're not dead, so... Screen. Screening is important. Just because it's not a player doesn't mean it can't hurt me. I've seen that time and time again. Usually they hurt me, but hurt themselves more. But I've seen time and time again why I should not just assume that I'm just safe. Because I would never assume I'm safe anywhere if I was fighting a player. I'd be escorting everything and moving abysmally slow because of it. But with the Pacific all taken care of, that's all we have time for this episode. It's August 13th, 1943, 2 years until the historical, I believe, surrender of Japan, the historical nuking. I believe we landed, didn't we, on Japan about exactly a year ago. Or we kicked them off the mainland, one of those things. So it's been a tough, arduous fight. However, it's nearing its end, and I am excited to see that victory screen, that decisive victory screen on our learning playthrough. Yes! For now, though, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.